Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Math is Fun channel. This is an educational channel to help you understand and improve your performance in mathematics. This is also intended to those who are doing online classes out there and also those who are answering their modules. This is very helpful for you and this is really meant for you. And this channel will also help you realize that math is not a difficult subject, but it's easy, fun, and interesting. So are you ready for our next topic? I know you're ready. So before we go to our topic in this video discussion, I want to remind everybody to please subscribe my channel and watch my channel and share it to your friends, especially those friends who are really struggling in mathematics. This video discussion will help them improve their performance in mathematics. So see you there in my discussion soon in few minutes. So we will now discuss about rational expressions. Have you encountered this topic before? If you encountered, then you can just have something like enrichment about the topic or in this lesson. So our topic will be about operations on rational expressions. So we are going to talk about operations on rational expressions. But in this video discussion, we will just focus on the operations of multiplication and division. We have a separate video discussion for addition and subtraction. So let's go over first or review about the definition of a rational expressions. We have learned in our previous video discussion about rational expressions. We define it as fractions in which the numerator and denominator are polynomials and the denominator does not equal to zero. In short, rational expressions, it's the same as fractions because it can be written in the form of A over B or fractional form where your numerator and denominator are both polynomials. And of course, since it's a fractional form, your denominator must not be equal to zero or else the expression or the rational expression will become undefined. Very easy, right? So let's have an example. How do we simplify rational expressions? It will remind us about how we simplify fractions because this is just the same as fractions class. So to simplify, of course, the first thing that we're going to do, we have to, yes, we have to write both numerator and denominator in factored form if we can still factor them. But if not, then leave it as is to its given or original form. So in this case, your numerator can be written in factored form since it can be factored as x minus 3 and x plus 3 all over x minus 3. Then after that, I want you to, or we will, look for something like common factors. And what will we do to the common factors? We are going to cancel them. So we will cancel them, x minus 3 and x minus 3. We will cancel it out. So yes, so our answer is x plus 3. Of course, our x there, or x minus 3 must not be equal to 0 since x minus 3 is our denominator. So your x minus 3 must not be equal to 0. All right. So we cancel x minus 3. Then our final answer will be x plus 3. Okay, so that's how we do the simplify. The only thing that we need to remember in simplifying is, of course, make sure that your numerator and denominator must be in factored form. And if you can see common factors, then you can cancel them out, just like what we did here. And make sure that your denominator is not equal to 0. Next is, of course, we reviewed about simplifying because we can use the concept of simplifying rational expressions in multiplying rational expressions. So this time, we are going to multiply rational expressions as part of its operation. So to multiply rational expressions, I want you to remember the steps. First step, make sure that you are going to factor the numerator and denominator of each fraction. That's the first step. Second step, the second step is you're going to multiply the numerators and denominators of each fraction. And number three, step number three, you're going to divide by the common factors. This is what I said a while ago. After writing the numerator and denominators in factored form, we will look for factors that are common and then cancel it or divide the common factors. Next, number four, write the answer in simplest form. So we can be, or yeah, we can be guided with the notation in the rational numbers that we had in grade 7 as this in multiplying rational expressions. A over B times C over D is equal to AC over BD. So that's how we do the multiplying or multiplication of rational expressions. So I hope you'll be able to remember the steps. Again, step one, make sure that your numerator and denominator are already in factored form. Number two, multiply the numerators and denominators of each fractions. And number three, divide the common factors. And of course, the number four is already your final answer, your rational expression in simplest form. If you need to simplify it, then you really have to before you box your final answer. So we are going to apply these steps so that you will be able to remember and appreciate the steps in multiplying rational expressions in a given example. So let's have an example. X squared plus 3x all over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Multiply it to x squared minus x minus 2 all over x squared plus 2x minus 3. Are you ready? What's the step one? Yes, you factor them, both numerator and your denominator. So you have it the factored form. Of course, this one for a while. This one is a factor of the numerator. And x minus 3 and x plus 1 is a factor of x squared minus 2x minus 3. And x plus 1 and x minus 2 are factors of x squared minus x minus 2. And of course, x plus 3 and x minus 1 are factors of x squared plus 2x minus 3. So can you follow? So we rewrite them in factored form, both numerator and denominator of each rational expression. So next, we will now multiply. You don't need to distribute it or apply the distributive property of multiplication in multiplying this one because it's very difficult for us to look for the common factors to cancel out. So we will just show multiplication by combining them. So we have it x times x plus 3 times x plus 1 times x minus 2 for quantity x minus 2. Then we will do also or follow what we did in your denominator. We have it there. X minus 3 times the quantity of x plus 1, quantity x plus 3, and quantity x minus 1. So next step that we're going to do, look for common factors. What are the common factors? Can you see it? I know you can see it. What? Yes, you're correct. X plus 3. Then we can cancel out x plus 3. What else? X plus 1. Yes, very good. X plus 1. So what will be left now are x and x minus 2 for your numerator, and for your denominator, what is left are x minus 3 and x minus 1. So we can now continue, okay, for a while. So you can cancel it out as you can see, x plus 3 and x plus 1. Then our answer will be x times the quantity of x minus 2 all over x minus 1 and x minus 3. It's already in simplest form. Sir, can I answer in a product form? Yes, you may answer in product form, or you can have it x squared or distribute it, minus 2x all over x squared minus 4x plus 3. So it's up to you. I will accept this one and I will also accept this form. So it's your choice. They're just the same as long as it's already written in simplest form. No more common factors to cancel out. That's the indicator that we cannot already simplify it, or that's already our final answer. Got it? Do not forget it. Okay, our next operation that we're going to talk about will be about dividing rational expressions. So always remember to divide rational expressions. It is the same as how we divide fractions or rational numbers. So to divide rational expressions, I want you to take note of the following steps. Step number 1, multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. So we will first get the reciprocal. Again, where will we get the reciprocal? Of your divisor. So the reciprocal of A over B is B over A. Do not forget that one. Another thing also is to multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators. So after getting the reciprocal, then we will follow the rules or the steps on how we multiply rational expressions. So same process, only the reciprocal. Then third, divide by the common factors. What will we do to the common factors? Cancel them. Then of course, after doing that number 3, then the step number 4, you will arrive with your final answer, which is written in simplest form already. That's the time you can box your final answer. Or you can follow this rule. As you can see, the symbol or letters, A over B, divide it by C over D, will become A over B. Then we get the reciprocal of C over D. That is why it's D over C. Then multiply. Then you will get rather AD over BC. So these are the 4 steps on how we divide the rational expressions. Do not forget to get the reciprocal rather of the divisor. Okay? Are you still okay? I can see it. You are still okay. So now, let's try to apply again the steps that we just discussed so that we can appreciate it and we know how to use it in this given example. In this example, you're going to divide x minus x squared y all over z. Okay, divide it by, it's divided by 2x minus 2x squared y all over z squared. So what will we do first? Get the reciprocal of the divisor. So we all know that the divisor in here is this one, right? Then get its reciprocal. So that's why we arrive in this. Z squared over 2x minus 2x squared y. Then after that, we will follow the rules or the steps in multiplication. What are the steps? We will write the both numerator and denominator by factored form, or write its factored form. So the factored form of this first rational expression that we have is this one, x times quantity 1 minus xy. And of course, the z squared, you multiply it by z squared, then you have it z squared, multiply. Then of course, in your denominator, the factored form of this is 2x times the quantity of 1 minus xy times, of course, the z here. Okay? So after that, after we write them in factored form, we can now cancel their common factors, showing division. As you can see, divide by the common factors by canceling their common factors. And of course, you can still cancel x since it's factored form. X and x, okay, can we cancel them? Z squared, this one can be canceled. This becomes z. Why z, sir? Because loss of exponents, quotient rule, 2 minus 1. There is one exponent there. That's why the result will be z. That's why this becomes z and this becomes 1. So, can you see it? Okay, so our final answer now will be z over 2. Kasi z times 1 is z, then 2 times 1 is 2. That's why our answer is z over 2. So I hope you'll be able to remember how to do these steps in dividing and multiplication of rational numbers. So we will end our discussion in here. So and in the next video discussion, we will talk about how we add and subtract rational expressions. I hope you'll be able to get something or learn something in this video discussion. Do not forget about the rules or the steps on how we multiply and divide rational expressions. And next time around will be addition and subtraction. So I hope you will still support and watch the video discussions about it. So that's it. Always remember the essence of mathematics to make is not to make simple things complicated, but to make complicated things simple. Math is fun. Please share and subscribe my channel and share it to your friends. Thank you and have a good day.